Subscribe to my channel.
Okay guys, so welcome back to lesson 4. On lesson 4 here, we're just going to indicate up here lesson 4. Good. Welcome back to lesson 4. Now for today we are going to be looking at some other things that we didn't look at in lesson 3, and we'll also be considering those things in lesson 4 as well. Now, so let me just increase this for us a bit so that we can see it clearly. Now you can see it. I'm using a font style of 20. I'm using a font style of 20. Now if we check here, we want to use our paragraph section from the home tab. We want to use this section, this paragraph section. This is what we want to use. So we are going to be working with some of our text here. Now behind the camera, I tapped the entire text here. The quick brown fox jump over the lazy dogs. All right, I tap everything. Now so after tapping, then I think you can see I copy then and I paste in here several times. All right, so the next thing we're going to be looking at is paragraph. So how can we work with paragraph? We'll be looking at bullet, how to create bullet point, and how to arrange or align our work as well. So I'm just going to Control A to highlight the entire document. After controlling A, that's the shortcut key to highlight the entire text that you have within your work batch. Now, so after I reduce it a bit, I'm using font style of 16 now. After I reduce it a bit, I can now see how best I can arrange it with paragraph arrangement. Now if we look up here, all right, our paragraph alignment is from the left. Currently it's from the left. Now if I come here and highlight this entire text and then ask it to go in the middle, right, I want to send it in the center. Now if I click up here, now you find out that the position our paragraph have been aligned in the middle of our work, the one that we highlighted. Now first and foremost, before we go any further ado, I want you to understand that before you work with any text in Microsoft Word, before you format any text, you have to highlight that text. You will understand that the section of the work that I highlighted, it is that section of the work that fall within the action or that was being formatted. Now we can come down, we will select our next 3 lines, the next 3 lines that we have here, and after selecting them, we want it to come from the right angle. All right, we want to align them from the right. Now you see they are being aligned from the right side. Now we'll take another 3 here. We want them to be aligned. Now we don't want the alignment to have any sense on the right or on the left. We want it to be justified. That is, we want everything to be in the center. Now if we are putting alignment in the center, understand that all of our text will come from left to right with the same margin. From left to right with the same margin. All right, now if I continue typing here again and say the quick brown fox for the lazy dog. All right, now you will understand that all of the text that I'm putting here, they are well justified. Meanwhile, they have the both left and right margin are the same. The both margins on the left and right side, they are the same. So that is for justifying of text. Now another thing I want us to look at here is creating spaces between your paragraph. Okay, creating spaces. Now if you see here, we have our first paragraph that we formatted here, this one that is in the center. We realize that the space between this paragraph and the next paragraph, it is very small. Okay, and we want to create more space. So we can come here, to line spacing or paragraph spacing, and then we see how best we can increase the space between those lines that we have. All right, if you observe what I'm facing here, you'll understand that the line spacing in the highlighted text, they are increasing. All right, now but our objective here is to create a good space between the first paragraph and the second paragraph. So I'm going to take the last line on the first paragraph and the first line on the second paragraph. Now, so after I come here, as I increase the space, so I'm going to take 2.0. okay, let's take 1.0, 1.5. so now the space in between here have been reduced to 1.5. now I want to reduce the space between this side. I can come here and use 1.0, or I come here and say no spacing for 1.0 will be okay. Now what you realize in between here, now we have more space in between here than between the various lines of text. Now so this is particularly for paragraph spacing or line spacing. Okay, you can choose whatever spacing that you want. Now I have taken 3.0. you see the space that is in between here, it is more bigger than the usual one that we had there first. Now after this, we want to work with not just paragraph spacing, we want to work with bullet point. All right, we want to create bullet point in our work. Now we want to come down here and work with our next three lines of text here and see how best we can create a bullet point on them. Now if we come here where we see this place, all right, we come to the drop down arrow that is here. Click on the drop down arrow. We are seeing several other options here that we can take to border our text. All right, we are seeing several other options that we can use to border our text. Now with those options that we can use to border our text, those options, they are highly sensitive. Now I'm seeing a dot here, I'm seeing a checking mark, I'm seeing an arrow, I'm seeing a circle, I'm seeing a square, I'm seeing a little coloring design, I'm seeing another design here as well. So I'm just going to take with this check mark. I'm going to stick with the check mark, and I'm going to move over to another 3 line of text. For now, let's take 2 lines. All right, we'll take 2 lines. Now we want to move to the next area, to the numbering system of bouldering. All right, now if we come to the numbering system of bouldering, we have our regular numbering system, and then we have our regular numbering system with parentheses on it, and we have the Roman numbering system. We have the alphabet. We have the alphabet also with parentheses. We have this lowercase alphabet, and we have the lowercase Roman number system as well. So we can take any one of them from here, or let's just stick with the alphabet for now. We'll stick with the alphabet. We can create space in between here. Good. We can create space in between here as well. Good. Now we have used the alphabet. Now let's take another 2 line and use the number. Okay, now we have used the alphabet, we have used number as well. Good. Now we are moving gradually. The next thing we want to do, we want to use our next features in paragraph, or our next tools on the paragraph when it comes to bouldering. Right now we want to create a list. Now this is for creating a list. In this list you have a one heading, and the rest of them will be supporting the identical heading. You can have heading 1, heading 2, heading 3 as well in that list. Now so if we come here, you will see that we have number 1 when we have A on A. Let's assume that you have a question, and with that question you have other supporting details of that identical question, or you have a topic and you have other supporting subtopic. Okay, you have subtopic supporting your main topic. Okay, you can use this form of bouldering as well. Now I'm just going to click on any one of them. Let's take the first one. Now after taking the first one, we have 1 and 2. So if I come under this one here and start to type there, you will find out that it will create a subsection for us. It will create a subsection for us. Now with that subsection that will be created, I'm going to take it back for clear understanding. I'm going to take it back. we'll use this. Now after using this, we want to create subsection under it. All right, so our subsection can be A. Now you see that now under our subsection, you will find out that this A have come very far, and whatever thing we type here, we can say the dog ran well. Okay, and then if we come on it, we are seeing B as well. We say but the dog did not get the fox. Okay, now we are understanding subsection here. Okay, now we have under this, the quick brown fox jumped over the lazy dog. We say now A, the dog ran well. B, but the dog did not get the fox. Okay, we can do so many other things. We can add it all up to Z and add it all up to AA as well. Now we want to move over quickly to the next thing. There we want to use indentation a bit. We want to use indentation here. We can decrease and we can increase our indentation by using the both places. Now here is for decreasing of indentation, and here is for increasing of indentation. Now when we talk about indenting, is like increasing your margin and decreasing your margin within your workbox. Now the text that we have highlighted, we want to increase the margin. All right, we'll be increasing the margin from the left side. Now as you can see, the margin is increasing. The margin is increasing. If I come here, I'll also decrease the margin. So for this, we'll then increase the margin and decrease the margin, just as you can see. All right, now the next tools we want to use here, we want to use this our paint tools. Okay, so the text that is highlighted, we want to paint the background color of that entire text. Good. So we're going to use this color paint here to color our background. Now understand that if you pick a black, all right, or black color paint at the back, right, now the text automatically will turn to white because it wants you to be able to see the text color. All right, unlike any other text, all right, once the color is very deep, and the black is losing its opacity, it will change to white so that you can be able to see it. So we're going to stick with black for now. Good, that is for painting. Okay, then the next thing we want to do down here, we want to create border around the text. So I'm just going to bring it down a bit. We want to create border around the text. Now after I've highlighted this text, I can come here, I can underline it with a single line, or put the line above it, or put the line on the left side, or put the line on the right side. As you can see, it is happening now. Or I can put the border around the entire text. Now by coming here to say all border, it will put the border around the entire text. Good. Now on our next place here, we want to use our sort. All right, now for sort, for this lesson, I'm not going to use sort. Okay, I'm not going to use sort. In our later lesson or in further lesson, you will find where we talk about sort. Okay, where we spoke about sort. Sort is a bit strange in discussing for now. It might be a little bit strange in discussing, but I just want you to get on how you can work with paragraph. Now just to give you a little hint on how things can be sorted. Okay, now let's look at this text. All right, we have the first line of text starting with letter T. Second line is also starting with letter T. If I start to sort this entire thing out, I want to sort it by paragraph, I want to sort it by text, I want to put in ascending or descending order. Okay, for now we're not going to work with sort. In later lesson we're going to work with it. Okay, we can do lots of things with sort, but for now we're not going to do anything. In later lesson we'll still touch it. Cool. So the next thing here, we want to add border at the bottom of the text that we highlighted. I want to add border at the bottom. Now the border have come at the bottom of the text. Now we want to highlight another text here and add border at the top. Now border have come at the top of it. Now we want to put the border, let's say the border at the right side. Now the border have come at the right side of it. So quickly, that is for lesson 4 and understanding paragraph. So please join us in lesson 5 where we discuss star, okay, where we discuss star in the home tab. So right after discussing the home tab, trust me, we are just going to be working with some project, how we can do this and do that. We'll just be working with some project formatting things as well. So right after the home tab, I just want to give you basic understanding on the home tab, and the rest of the other tab we will be creating, we'll be working with project as well. So guys, see you in lesson 5. Please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. You can share the video to any other person you know or you think that they need such a lesson. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to subscribe.
Subscribe to my channel.